It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Tennessee Titans. Coming up next.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. But tonight we've got a good AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we have... 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
The well-traveled Nick Folk has us set for a start, and we are underway here in Nashville. KJ Hamler returning it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Allen looks to throw on second down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Levis now on 1st and 10. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Levis. That's complete downfield to Okonkwo. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Levis to throw once more. That's complete to Traylon Burks. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Levis. He completes it to Ridley. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the run. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Little bootleg here. Levis. That's complete. Right around the 8. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. It's Levis. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tyler Boyd. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he returns this to the 22. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a 2nd opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
On first down, Allen. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big gain there for the Bills. 45 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake, Levis. Got his man, Okonkwo. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now 3rd down and 7. Levis back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. A give to Pollard running left. Oh, nice move. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 34.
They gash him in a big way on that last run, and defense fortunate to tackle him on the 2-yard line, but doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with the defense's plan. And that's the one thing the coordinator has to do to make sure the confidence stays high. Okay, sometimes they're going to get a big play against us. That doesn't mean we change everything.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Tony Pollard taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Titans have taken the lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and that makes the score 14-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points to Charles, but they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
2nd down and 8. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw is a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
Tennessee offense set to go again. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. In motion right here, Boyd. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll get to Pollard. Oh, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Levis. And it's a Titans touchdown. Chigakakwo from 13 yards out. And the Titans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now Folk for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Buffalo set to get the football back here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Allen's throw is complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Allen. Throw out wide is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Allen. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Allen. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. We got a solid first half out of the man from Kentucky, Will Levis. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. Levis now on 1st and 10. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Levis. This one caught by Ridley. No gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Levis looking to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville, third quarter action. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Levis to throw it. That is caught, and he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. Pollard going to try the right side. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5. Levis. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go do this thing, man.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this 2nd half.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
Allen now on 1st down. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2. Cook up the gut. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 1st down, Allen. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Allen now looks to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing is Allen on third. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. The kick by Bass is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Levis back to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Allen's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans 30.
I'm starting to wonder here, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. To throw is Allen. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Allen. And going right back to Hamler.
Complete to K.J. Hamler. It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Buffalo.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Allen. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Now Allen. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game. So now after the clutch field goal, he's back out there to boot it away in what's now a tie ball game. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
Brandon, you got to have some urgency here. You got to get the guys back to the line of scrimmage, but the problem is they're all 30 yards downfield after that play.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll be stopped after a very short gain, and now you're looking at 4th down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down. Ryan Stonehouse in punt formation for the Titans. That's the end of regulation.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So it's the Titans who will control the football first here in overtime as we're back underway. Jackson now to return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 21, here's the 2nd down and 6. First throw of overtime for Will Levis. Forced out to his left. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Levis sets up to throw here. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Allen. Quick slant to Shakir. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 28 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run forward with Davis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I'd kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Back to the ground. This time Cook. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Nashville, good night, everybody.